Babadyang hangin na nagkapalibot sa'kin. Ang aking puso giliw, di mapigil ang bugso.
So before we get started, the intro and the verse to this song are exactly the same guitar part. So once you got the intro down, you got the verse covered. If you'd like to play it with alternate picking, go right ahead. Makes it a little bit easier too. Please do check out the vocal cover, which is available in the description below, done by the fantastic singer Chlara. Let's get going. So let's start by talking about the left hand. Just the very first bar starts with a G chord. So the G chord with your ring finger and pinky fingers at the 3rd fret of the B and the E strings. Second bar starts off with a G chord, then the very final beat is a D over F sharp. Index finger 2nd fret, middle finger 2nd fret of the G string, ring finger remains at the 3rd fret of the B string. Bar 3 is an E minor 7. It's just like an E minor with the 2 fingers just remaining at the top. And then bar 4 is exactly the same. So the right hand is where all the action is happening. We're going to be palm muting the whole entire section, and we're going to be doing nothing but downstrokes. It's going to sound like this. So you'll notice that there are specific notes that I'm accenting. I'm also choosing to hit more strings on the 2nd and 4th beats of every bar. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and then we move on to bar 2. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and on the 4 E and we change to our D over F sharp chord. Bar 3 is all E minor 7. Same thing with the right hand. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and bar 4 is exactly the same too. 1 E and 2 E, 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and So the verse is exactly the same with the left hand and the right hand. We're just playing more bars. It's now an 8-bar section. The pre-chorus is very, very similar to the intro and the verse. We're going to be starting with a G chord. Same fingering for the first bar. Second bar, also a G chord up until the last beat. Changes to this D over F sharp. Third bar is an E minor 7. The 4th bar is where things change up. We're going to start it with a C add 9 chord. If you've never played this before, looks very, very similar to a G chord, except you've moved your middle and index fingers across a string. I'm going to play that for 3 beats. And then for the 4th beat, the 4 final strums of that 4th beat, we're going to be using some muted strings. So to do some muted strings, we're going to be laying our fingers flat on top of the strings, multiple fingers, not just one. If you just do one, you might get some of these harmonics, some of these other sounds happening. With the right hand, it's just a single strum from the A string downwards on that bar 4. And to do the muted strings, again with the left hand it mutes, and with the right hand we're going to go down, up, down, up. This is where the feel changes. So up until now we've been playing everything very, very kind of strictly regimented, very, very straight. Every single beat is exactly the same length. At this point we're going to switch to a shuffled 16th note feel. It's going to sound like this. Down, up, down, up. So our downstrokes are going to last a little longer than our upstrokes. 4, E, and or down, up, down, up. So we switch to a shuffle 16th note feel for the rest of the song. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and Of course, the very first bar is a G. Second bar is a B7. Third bar is an E minor 7. Switching to a D chord. And then the fourth bar is a C chord. Fifth bar is a G. Sixth bar is a B7. Seventh bar is an E minor 7. Switching to a D. Eighth bar is a C add 9 again. Ninth bar is a G. And then the 10th bar is a single strum of G as well. So as mentioned at the end of the pre-chorus, we're going to be playing the chorus with shuffled 16th notes, which means, physically for us, our downstrokes are going to last a little bit longer than our upstrokes. So usually straight 16th sounds like this. Down, up, down, up. Shuffled 16th sounds like this. Down, up, down, up. So the rhythmic pattern is going to be like this for the very first bar. 1, E, and up, 2, E, and up, 3, E, and 4, E, and up. Also notice on the score that I'm accenting 2 and 4. 1, E, and up, 2, E, and up, 3, E, and 4, E, and up. Same rhythm for the second bar with that B7 chord. 1, E, and up, 2, E, and up, 3, E, and 4, E, and up. Bar 3 is where things change up because we're going to be switching the chord in the middle of our rhythmic figure with our right hand. You'll notice the chord change switches between E minor 7 to D on an upstroke. Sounds like this. 1, E, and up, 2, E, and up, 3, E, and 4, E, and up. And then bar 4, when we switch to the C chord, is back to the original rhythm. 1, E, and up, 2, E, and up, 3, E, and 4, E, and up. Bar 5 is back to our G chord. 1, E, and up, 2, E, and up, 3, E, and 4, E, and back to our B7 chord for bar 6. 1, E, and up, 2, E, and up, 3, E, and 4, E, and bar 7 is our E minor 7 to D chord. 1, E, and 2, E, and up, 3, E, and 4, E, and bar 8 is a single strum for our C add 9. 2, 3, 4. Next bar, the rhythm change is slightly different for our G chord. 1, E, and 2, E, and up, 3, E, and 4, E, and then the very final bar is a G chord played staccato. So to do the staccato sound, you're going to do a strum, and then immediately after, bring your right hand down to mute the string. So those last two bars in context sound like this. 1, E, and 2, E, and 3, E, and 4, E, and 1. 1, E, and 2, E, and 3, E, and 4, E, and
Nagbabadyang hangin na nagkapalibot sa'kin. Tila meron baywati. Ako'y nananabik, di naman napilitan. Kung sana lang naramdaman ang di nasa pagunay ng kalawakan. Ibon sa paligid umaawit-awit, natutulala sa nakakaakit-akit mong tinatagi. Napapangiti mo ang aking puso. Giliw, di mapigil ang bukso ng damdamin ko. Huwag kang Paamin mo, amin mo, giliw. Nagpapayuhati na sa'yo ang damdamin ko. Napagtanto na gusto kita.
At this point, you just play the verse and the chorus one more time. There's a vocal breakdown with no guitar parts in it, and then we hit the chorus one last time to finish the song. So, if you like the tutorial, please give me the old thumbs up. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. Consider subscribing and hitting that bell notification icon so you don't miss any new videos when they come out. Speaking of videos, check that one out. That's a good one. Check it out.